I was speaking at a convention last weekend, and I took the time to go to other people's sessions and keynotes so that I have a few quotes and learnings that I have written down and penciled down just for myself. I thought they were super interesting. The first one is from Mike Lipkin. He said, "The way you listen to others is the opinion they make of themselves." This is super interesting, is how you are really interested in somebody, the way you listen to them, they form an opinion of themselves based on the way you listen to them. So think about that. I thought it was super interesting. The next one is from Petra Kolber. She said, "The actions of confidence always come up before feelings of confidence." So sometimes you're not really feeling super confident. You have to act confident, and you need to power pose, and you need to go for it and create an action, and that will give you confidence. So I thought it was really cool. The next one is, "Don't contaminate your dreams with fame and money." So you want to do what you do because you love what you do and you love helping others, as opposed to be loving money and loving fame. So that's from Beto Perez, the creator of Zumba. The next one is really interesting as well. So to be successful, you have to be a great business partner. So I thought this was really interesting as well, because with everything that we do, we are constantly doing business with others. So if you are a great business partner, then definitely you will attract more success. It is from Beto Perez as well. Next one is really cool, from David Patchell Evans, so the owner of CanFit Pro and the Good Life Fitness. "Reflect on everything you've done right and just keep doing it." So reflect on the things that you have done right and then redo more of that. I thought it was really cool. Ashley Collingbull, Miss Universe, "I belong wherever I want to belong." So very often we have these limiting beliefs that maybe we're not necessarily belonging to where we want to grow, or when we want to explore, or we don't belong in the dreams that we have. So just allow yourself to belong wherever you want to belong. I thought it was priceless. People look at what you do, not at what you say. So very often, even teachers, even people that are out there teaching us how to do things, even if you say to others what they should be doing, people are not looking at what you say, they're looking at what you do. So you have to lead by example at the end of the day. So Nathalie Lacombe said that. It was a great leadership session with Nathalie Lacombe. She said a few more things too. She said that especially during the pandemic, we sometimes get stuck on how can I make money? And you want to turn that into how can I serve? What are people needing right now? And that's what you start offering. Really interesting, again from Nathalie Lacombe. And the last thing she said is she taught us how when you put together safety, making sure that everybody is safe. And let's remember, this was a leadership session. So make sure your team is safe, make sure they have room for learning, and make sure you are mentoring them. That's when growth can happen, is when they feel that they are being mentored, that they are learning, and that they feel safe. That was really great for all you leaders out there. Silken Lonman, Olympic rower, saying you're okay when you're not does not work, and not dealing with it does not work. So allow yourself to ask for help, and when you do want help, ask for help, and it's okay to need help. That was very powerful. Dr. Ramit Billin, probably my number one new hero right now. She did a big study that she called the tall poppy syndrome. So Dr. Billin has studied how we live in a society that begs women to love themselves, but tell confident women to sit down. Just like the puppies, when they are growing in these flowers world, when people are growing puppies, they need to build an even field, and the tall poppy gets cut so that all the flowers are nice and even. So I thought it was very interesting how she named her study, and she realized that in a lot of situations in businesses, every single time a woman would grow taller, people would pull her back, either above her or even under her. So women do that to women, and men do it to women as well. Or it would be often that people would say, oh, you got the promotion because they needed a woman for the job. It's not because you're qualified, it's because they needed a woman or whatever. So it was very, very interesting. I've got a few more quotes from her. Your organization's culture is only as good as the worst behavior it accepts. So as an organization, she suggests that we need to be very careful as to what we are allowing, because the organization's culture is only as good as the worst behavior it accepts. What legacy do you want to live instead of leave? Instead of leaving a legacy behind, we want to live our legacy. I thought it was really interesting how Dr. Billin was bringing this whole concept of living every day as opposed to be living for the legacy we're going to leave later. So I thought it was brilliant. One of my new favorite person, definitely. Julie Black, we want to make the rest of our lives the best of our lives. So I thought it was really, really cool how wherever we are now, especially during the pandemic, we want to remember that we do have the rest of our lives ahead of us, and we need to make it the best of our lives. And the last one, another one of my new favorite person, Lawrence Biscontini. And Lawrence, you could find him on social media as Find Lawrence, very well known. The top of your mountain is the bottom of your next one. So life keeps going and our journey keeps going up. So the top of your mountain is the bottom of your next one. I thought it was really interesting. So these are all my learnings from the last weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will be digging a little bit more into some of these are more likely going to become a topic for one specific blog each. I thought there's so much to say about each of those, but I wanted to share at a glance everything that stuck with me last weekend.